The trigram for fire has yin in the middle because it is without mass and yielding. But on either side is yang because fire causes effects. It makes things happen. To make any changes to the programming of the unconscious mind requires the energy of emotion. Your thoughts have only minimal influence over your body because they're like water which has no energy of its own. It is fire you need for all energy transference. Fire will take energy from stable matter and release it as heat and light. Emotion is energy in motion. Remember, emotion. If you want to change your brain, you need emotion. It is emotion that makes decisions real. If you think to yourself, I ought to do this or that, but it's just an intellectual decision, if it takes any effort to follow through, there will be no change. Nothing moved you onto a new path. You see, that takes energy. If you are excited and inspired about the result of the decision, it will be effective. Even if you're scared by not deciding, that will even work, though not with a clearly defined end goal. If you want to change your brain, you need emotion. Let me give you an example of how emotion is needed to make changes to the brain structure. See, it is emotion that makes memories fix in a way that they can be recalled in the future. If I ask you about your childhood or your school days, you could tell me about any event where you were exultant with pride, terrified, ashamed, excited, overjoyed. You could tell me about the prize giving, when you stood before a cheering crowd, or burned with shame and self-loathing because you didn't. You could tell me about your first kiss, or your first cigarette, being punished or humiliated, bullied or praised. It's as if the filing system of our memory adds a bright coloured tag of emotion to the folder that we'll find again easily when we open the drawer in our later life. It is emotion that changes our brain structure. Even more profound changes come via emotions' effect upon the body. And the body has its own impact upon the brain. Emotions will in fact signal change in every cell of your body, even at the epigenetic level. Of course, fire spreads. It catches and spreads. So every emotional reaction triggers the production in the hypothalamus of neuropeptides. These are the chemical signature of emotions. They go to every cell in the body and lock into receptors. They cause an epigenetic change, signaling specific proteins that will go on to affect every other system in the body. You will feel an emotion as a physical sensation. These can feel slightly different from one person to the next, or indeed from one occasion of the same emotion to the next. And as it's a completely subjective feeling, but largely they are quite similar. They're the same emotion. If a cell receives the peptide of a particular emotion a lot, when it is replaced, when the cell is replaced, the next version of that cell will have more receptors. It has adjusted to its environment. The cell communicates with the brain asking for more of that emotion, and your brain unconsciously will look for opportunities to notice or even engineer situations to promote that emotion. We become addicted at a cellular level. Or to put that another way, if you spend a month feeling angry or jealous or self-pitying or anxious or excited, you have set in motion a chemical chain reaction, a momentum like a wildfire that keeps going. Or if you make a point of deliberately triggering a particular emotion like joy or contentment or confidence or victorious exultation, and you do that for a month, most of the cells in your body will have been replaced by new cells that want more and encourage your unconscious mind to spot opportunities for those to be engineered, those engineer events that will cause them. The body doesn't care if the emotion causing event in your mind is imagined, remembered, or currently happening. So you can use a memory of or an imagined event to start having the emotion that you want to be your new normal. You could watch a month of comedy shows, or a month of action computer games, or a month of feeling sorry for yourself, having a little one-person pity party, or a month of feeling gratitude at every opportunity. You can choose to light the wildfire and keep it burning. Now that should be the most exciting thing you've ever heard.